So hey y'all, it's reality in true form. I'm coming with a video response from Tati. Um, she did a video upon confidence and your comfortability being naked in bed. Oh, a subject we all like to talk about. I can't even hear my own self talking with this loud TV. All right, big girls in your weight. um, a subject that we all really don't like to talk about, and I'm not gonna make this video long. I'm gonna really get to the point really quickly and be done with it. Um, the first thing I wrote out a little list just to keep myself organized. You know, basically losing weight to please others. The first thing you gotta understand is you should be happy with who you are, and that's kind of hard sometimes when you're not pleased with yourself. So let me tell you something. Next question: if you hungry, right? If you hungry and you need to eat, so you buy something to eat and you give it to somebody else, but you know they're not hungry, and you figure that'll make them happy, and you still starving. Does that make sense? It confused me, but it don't. So basically, you shouldn't do stuff to please other people. You should do stuff to please yourself. Do things to help yourself first before you do things to help others. That may seem a little selfish, but on that level, it's not really. Um, I had did another video, but for whatever reason, the computer crashed. So that's neither here nor there. But you should never do stuff to please yourself. There's nothing wrong with if you think you're too big to lose your own weight. Nothing wrong with that, especially if you're doing it for health reasons. That's good motivation. Me personally, myself, I have stopped drinking regular cold drink and switched to diet. And I'm not promoting Dr. Pepper, but it's just something I did because I felt that I was intaking too much sugar into my body, and being a plus size girl already, that can attribute to me coming up with diabetes or not watching the sodium level in there and developing high blood pressure. Also monitoring what I'm eating and not eating, making sure I do eat and don't eat, because I'm sorry to get into my little nursing tip, but sometimes when we don't eat as much, and I know there's a lot of big girls don't have a lot of big appetites, but not eating enough can also bring your metabolism down, which causes you to retain more weight. Feeling unworthy. Why should you? Why should you feel unworthy? The way I look at it is you're a creation from God. God created you, I think, and that's my own personal belief. I think when a man and a woman come together in that union and have sex and they make a baby, I believe God is the connection between that. Let me go back into another nursing lesson and make this point and bring it on home. If you ever know that, say this is the ovary and this is the fallopian tube, it has these little fibers on it. When the ovary releases the egg is floating in the middle of nothing. And these little fibers grab the egg and pull it. Now, come on. Point taken. So basically, God created you in my eyes. So if God created you, you have to be perfect in His eyes. So if you're perfect in the one that really matters eyes, then you should think to yourself that, yes, I am perfect because He made me. You're a child of God. You are a princess, or if you're a guy, you're a prince of the king. So chill out on that subject. You good. Loving yourself. Self esteem with that. It's hard when you know that you've grown up with that person on your back saying you're just fat and ugly and nobody gonna never want you. In fact, somebody in my family told me you're ugly and you're gonna be fat, and then you're gonna get pregnant, and the guys are gonna want you because you're fat and ugly and all this other blah 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 blah. You don't let stuff like that get you down, because people who say stuff like that, they reap what they sow. Especially if they have kids, it comes right back on them, on their kids, if they don't come on them. So you don't let people bring you up with that self-defeatist attitude that you're defeated, that you're worthless, that you're nothing just because you're a big girl. And I feel in my heart that a lot of big girls growing up with that, they feel that they have to settle, that they're not worthy of the person who may love them. And you can't receive that, as Tati said, because you don't feel love for yourself. So how could you feel the love from somebody else? And this brings me to a story, then I'm gonna make it real quick. I had a guy friend, like we were really friends, and he was telling me he was talking to this girl, and she was a big girl, and he really didn't like her, but she was paying his phone bill, and they had sex. So, see, this is how I feel about that. I think sometimes sex could make the situation worse than what it has to be. Because especially if you're not sure about how the guy feels for you, and you have sex with him, and you start developing feeling, hold up, that is my jam. Oh Lord, yeah. So you start developing feelings for the guy, and he really doesn't care for you. I'm not saying that he doesn't care for her as a friend, but if you know, she's gonna think, well, oh, if maybe if I keep doing this and doing that for him, he's gonna want to do this and that. That's not gonna work either. You know, just because you're a big girl, don't think that you have to go and jump hurdles and leaps just to make a guy want you. Don't think that, because if he cares about you, he's gonna care for you for who you are, not what you could do for him. And that's the same thing that goes with God. You love God for who He is, not what He does for you. And she also talked about being comfortable in bed as far as sex. Now, I'm not gonna tell you to go and do booty all willy nilly, but if you're grown and you're making a responsible decision to do so, if you don't feel comfortable enough to have sex completely naked with that person because you're not secure with yourself, well, maybe that's not the person that you should be with. Because the person that you should be with should make you feel like they love you for who you are, as I said before. And you should feel comfortable enough to do that. I'm not gonna go into my own personal business. But yeah. But I know a guy told me that he wouldn't go to the movies with me because I was too fat to be seen with him in public. Now, mind you, I'm a big girl, but I wear like a 16 18, but I'm tall. So I'm not really humongous. Like I have a little pouch because had a baby, but I lost a child. So once those muscles stretch, you really can't get that back. I mean, but so whatever. But I'm cool with myself. And excuse me, but whoever don't like me the way I am, they kiss my ass. So I mean, I'm not telling you to have the kind of attitude I have. Like if excuse me, and if you don't like me, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But don't have a defeatist attitude about yourself. Love yourself. Keep it real with yourself. Take care of your body. Even if you're a plus size girl, just make sure you're healthy. You know what I'm saying? And love who you are. Dress up. And don't feel like you're limited to what you can dress up in just because you're a bigger girl. Big girls got style too. We got class. We got everything and some more ass. So don't let people and their ugly ways defeat you down, and most importantly, don't let yourself defeat yourself. Love who you are and be real to you. It's reality and true form here, and I'm out. Peace.